My name is Arin Lindauer, and you're listening to A Life Without Struggle. I'm a wife, a mother of 2 wonderful children, a 2-time best-selling author, and a highly driven and successful entrepreneur. In my 17-plus year career as a mindset and health expert, I know what holds women back from a life you only dream about. Whether you're a CEO, a businesswoman, or executive, I started this podcast because I have been where you are, and I know you want and deserve more out of your life. I believe women are limitless. We just get lost along the way. The process to get you there is the topic and purpose of this podcast. When you understand what you want, you can truly step into a life without struggle. Welcome, and I'm so thankful you're here. Welcome back to another episode of Life Without Struggle. My name is Arin Lindauer, and today we're going to dig into a topic around, is weight loss simple? So today I'm bringing this message because I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of women over just these first 3 weeks of this new year. So some of them have been prospective clients, some of them have been clients that have been with me for maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe a year. And a lot of these conversations really do help me better understand, where are women coming from when weight loss is hard, weight loss is easy, and everything in between. See, I get to see this very, very intimately. Some women just grab the bull by the horns. They find exactly what's going to work for them. They lose weight super easy. Whereas other women, they struggle back and forth. It's this constant fight, this tug and pull for them to see any kind of results, if any. And so today I want to dig into a topic around, is weight loss simple? So you will hear me say that you can lose weight easily and effortlessly. So what I'm doing is offering a suggestion that you can lose weight easily and effortlessly. Now, I want you to tune into, what's the first thought that comes to your mind when you hear that? Are you like, hell yeah, I lose weight easily and effortlessly. I love that. That's cool. Or are you like, come again? And I would never, ever say that word, easy and effortlessly, when it comes to weight loss. So here's what I want you to understand. When you are having that reaction, when you're having a feeling around, is weight loss easy? That is truly how you feel about weight loss, okay? And so for a lot of women, it is, hell no, Arin, I don't lose weight easily and effortlessly. If I lost weight easily and effortlessly, I would have done it 10 years ago. See, I've had a lot of conversations here just in this week, and a lot of these conversations really boil down to, women will say the words, well, you're not telling me anything I don't know already. And so context to this is, I'm sharing with women that, hey, we're going to get your nutrition dialed in. We're reasonably going to eat this way, increase your protein. We're going to drink water, 100 plus ounces. We're going to focus on sleep. And then we're going to move your body 7,500 to 10,000 steps. For most people hearing that, they're going to be like, dude, that's got it. I can do that. Well, if it's truly that simple, why wouldn't you do it already? Therein lies the asterisk of, is weight loss simple? The asterisk is truly everything. The asterisk is why you should hire someone who has multiple testimonials of showing other women just like yourself how to lose weight in an easy and effortless way. The other thing that you want to consider is, if you have been struggling to get the steps in, to get the sleep dialed in, to eat in a way that produces results, if you have been struggling to see the scale move and actually stay down for a duration, meaning years of your life, this is where you need to hire someone to help you. It is okay to self-proclaim, well, you're not telling me anything I don't know already. Isn't that kind of a good thing? Isn't that refreshing that like, oh, okay, reasonably speaking, I kind of sort of got this. Like I already have kind of like a foot in the door, but I just need to do it. That is the conversation that I want to lean into here today is if weight loss was truly as simple as getting your steps in, eating better, sleeping, drinking water, everybody would have already have done it. But the problem lies within the emotions, feelings, the behaviors, self-sabotaging thoughts that most of us have. See, so many women have put everyone else first. We've maybe had kids, we maybe have a career, maybe we have a spouse or a partner. There's all kinds of things that women tend to put before themselves. And that right there is where things have to stop. Most women don't realize that if they actually took care of themselves, which feels selfish in the moment, if we actually would take care of ourselves, we actually would be a better partner, be a better spouse, would feel more confident. We would raise our kids better and parent better and feel more confident about walking in the boardroom, delivering the presentation, giving the speech, traveling cross country. We would feel more confident in our own skin. Therefore, it's better for everyone around you. How many times have you had the conversation, husband, with your girlfriend, and you're like, I could just lose the weight. And then you turn around and like literally the next statement, and you're raiding the pantry or eating something that you know you probably shouldn't, or you're ordering something that you're like, screw it, I'll do it tomorrow. See, those are the things that you need to address. This is where I really want to talk into this. Is weight loss simple? So from a nuts and bolts standpoint, yeah, hell yeah, super simple. It truly is figuring out what kind of deficit can you tolerate to see results, but yet still be a functioning human being and enjoying life, okay? The problem is we tend to enjoy too much of life, i.e. food, okay? So food is a very, very interesting thing. And it's just wildly interesting for myself because I'm like, dang, people have some really interesting thoughts, behaviors, feelings around food. Have it around food, you can have it around alcohol, you can have it around drugs. And so everyone has something, and it's truly a mechanism. And so you're understanding, okay, what are you trying to escape from? When we drowned our sorrows in a pint of ice cream, or when we drown our sorrows in a bottle of wine, we have to start asking better questions of ourselves and understanding, hey girl, what are we really doing? What's actually going on? And see, I can only speak on this because this is something that even myself, I have had to intimately work through. See, we all have stress. All have things that happen in our life. And this is what is very, 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 very interesting to me with coaching women and being so intimate in women's lives of understanding. I mean, shoot, half the time I know y'all's poop patterns. So, I mean, listen, like I understand the body and what's going on, but I also understand that there's a lot of behavioral pieces. There's a lot of things that we've always done that we do have to genuinely rewrite. But where I want to take this conversation now is, who are you becoming as a part of this process? So many times we have gotten lost. Look in the mirror, see our eyes, and they're blank. Given everything to everyone else. And listen, I am not putting blame, fault, like we all do it. And there becomes a point in our life where we have to pause. For some of us, we have to take a major step back to take a major step forward. I know that a particular time in my life was that for me. I was steaming, bulldozing ahead, really just making amazing gains in our business, really getting my presence out there, serving at very, very high capacities, speaking on very, very big stages. And I loved it. I genuinely loved it. Then came time to have a family, and that rocked me. It really challenged me to be present in those moments, let alone having, a difficult birth to then turn around and have a really awesome birth. And so what's interesting is how I lost myself in the mix of that. And for the first time in my life, I saw myself put weight on my body. And that was a very, very interesting, challenging, tough space to be in because I was constantly trying to figure out what was wrong with me. It had to be my hormones. It had to be something that had to be bigger than me just over consuming and not moving my body or moving my body too much. It had to be more than just, being inflamed and, oh, hey girl, by the way, you're doing it to yourself, right? It had to be more than just loathing over 5 hours, 6 hours of sleep. It had to be something more, right? And it really wasn't. I had to truly, truly, truly take a step back and go, hey girl, stop, hard stop. The things that you're doing, you cannot keep up with. The pace that you're keeping, you're going to run yourself into the ground. I had to understand that I had to prune my vine to allow for new growth. The growth has been hard. And a lot of you haven't heard me speak in this format. You've heard a lot of those nuances of my story, but you haven't heard this piece of it. The growth and the out of the struggle into triumph. I'm still waiting for the triumph, by the way. So cool, got my body back, all good, which is a huge part of this. But this growth has been really, really challenging. This growth has felt like an eternity. This growth has felt like the longest winter of my life. Tony Robbins always speaks about different ebbs and flows of life and that everything is very cyclical, that you can even time recessions, you can time wars, you can time all these things. And he calls this season that we're in right now winter. And it's been going on for a while, several years now. And at first, when I heard him say that, I was like, what? And I heard him say it almost exactly a year ago. And then I just heard him on a podcast say it again. And it finally hit me. I was like, you are in your winter. This is your personal winter, let alone winter for, and so it makes sense too that like the rest of the world is experiencing quote unquote what Tony Robbins calls as winter. This is where you can't keep planting a new seed and expecting it to grow. But what you're doing is you're building up resilience and fortitude and the competence that when it is spring, you're going to be able to plant and grow really, really fast. And that is what I'm truly leaning into. And it wasn't until I literally heard this podcast today that I was like, OMG, here we are. Okay, that's why this has been tough. Because have you ever had a time in your life where you feel like you're just beating your head against the wall, that every time you try to get ahead, you try to hit certain goals, and it's like it just won't happen. Just do enough. You get enough to get by. See, I see women go through winters with their body where they're trying to do all the things. They're working through all the nuances. It's just not budging. Typically speaking, I see women, they'll go through like a 3-week rut. There's like this 3-week rut where it's like, I'm doing all the things. I'm doing all the right things. I haven't been given in. And then the scale won't move. It won't move. And I tell them time and time again, hang on, hang on, hang on. It will move. And then it literally just drops, and it drops in a good fashion. So I want you to understand that yes, weight loss can be simple. Weight loss truly is simple. The thing about weight loss that is challenging is understanding all the things that go on in your big, juicy, amazing brain. Okay, this brain is huge and it's awesome. and it's gotten you to some amazing spots in your life. But you have to take these stories, these thoughts, these limiting beliefs, and you have to rip them out. You have to rip them up, tear them apart, and throw them away. So many women have so many limiting beliefs that they don't even realize, but I can pick it up in language. In language, I hear them talk about themselves or talk about their kids. It's very, very interesting. When someone is talking about someone else, they're typically talking about their subconscious mind. See, so many times when we're talking negative about someone else, our unconscious mind doesn't know, are you speaking about someone else or yourself? Garden yourself. Pull out the weeds. It truly can be the most freeing and abundant space to be in when you realize that, like, man, I've been holding myself back. And all I got to do is drop my guard. If every weekend comes around and we're drinking and eating all the things and the scale goes right back up, take note, make a change. Get in that moment and see yourself win. If you find yourself, wanting a sugary snack or a carbohydrate at different points of your day, ask yourself, do I actually need this or do I want this? Sometimes you genuinely need it. If you've been rocking, you've been on point, you're moving your body, and this is where there are nuances to this. For so many women, yes, we need to dial food back, we need to dial portions, we need to eat better and better quality food. And so this is where you want to really look into your actual nutrition and truly understand how much added sugar am I actually taking in? How much alcohol am I consuming? And so I just want to put a caveat out there that no amount of alcohol, and this is coming from someone who truly does enjoy, I definitely enjoy a drink, is no amount of alcohol has any health benefits. And it actually can change your neurotransmitters in your body. Okay. And this is important because I have been definitely that person that's like, oh, I can do it in moderation. I don't get too into it now, but I definitely partake. And honestly, I went down this long path of trying to understand what it's doing inside of my body. And it's an absolute toxin. It's just been really, really frustrating because it's pushed. It's pushed so much in our society. And I think it's very, very interesting, just like added sugar. When you really start looking at different products and see, listen, you can have the most healthy, quote unquote, product. It's in all the packaging. It's got all the good writing on the outside. Just turn it over to the back and see how much added sugar is in it. Okay, see, for women, you really don't want to have more than 25 added grams of sugar per day. And when you actually take a look at that, that's not very much. So we really want to dig into understanding, okay, what are the stories? What are the stories that we are playing in our head? What limiting beliefs? What limiting beliefs have we been feeding into? And so this is just really, really important that we truly understand what it is that keeps playing in our head. And then the most important part about all of this is rewriting it. So I want you to understand that weight loss can truly be easy. It truly is adjusting food within reason for you personally. It is moving your body appropriately. And I will tell you, walking is just one part of it, okay? To resistance train. It is extremely important as women age, fighting osteoporosis, just fighting the aging process, staying strong, having good lean tissue on your body, not making you She-Ra, but just having good tone to your body is a good thing. The main thing I would tell you is focus on getting the fat off your body first, and then we really get into a well-rounded strength training program. Less is more. Less is more with strength training. Then you do got to drink water. And high quality H2O, your water does matter. The quality of your water matters. what you're putting in or not putting in your water matters, okay? So that part is very, very important. And so bring that all together. And then what I really want to help women do is keep their head on straight. And what do I mean by that? I want you to be happy most of your days. I want you to be happy most of your moments. I want you to believe in yourself and trust in yourself that you can do anything you desire. I want you to stop holding yourself back from going for that big promotion, from starting that business, from going after that career, from finding the man, from doing whatever it is that you've been called to do. So many women hold themselves back. So it's important for you to dig into, who are you? Who do you want to be now? And how do we get there? All right, ladies, let's make weight loss simple. And here's the deal. I highly recommend having a coach who has been there, done that, and helped a hell of a lot of women get there. And if that is someone you're looking for, I'm your coach. Let's get on a call. All right, ladies, go kick ass, take names.